Holy shit, I cannot remember the last time I was this hyped for a video game, but it was probably for when they showed The Last of Us 2 in 2016. Modern Warfare 2 just today has had a huge live stream that is still going on with me making this script, and probably by the time you're watching this video, a few hours after. What we have been shown, ladies and gentlemen, is potentially Call of Duty's most impressive multiplayer yet. The way this looks and sounds seems as if it is going to be absolutely batshit crazy. We have a lot to talk about in this video, with weapon customization, new game modes, new items and movement and gun mechanics, a third-person game mode, water combat. If all of this interests you, then let's move on and let's get this show on the road. Multiplayer was a big majority of what the stream has been so far, or was. The amount of detail that has gone into this game makes me so excited. The new equipment, movement, gunplay, weapon customization, water combat perk system, all of it just sounds so cool. The newest items that have been introduced into the game you are probably going to recognize if you are over the age of 18, and a few new ones as well. They have added a distraction mine in which whenever a player gets near it, it inflates this dummy that is meant to look like a soldier popping out from cover. They have added floating mines for aquatic combat in boats and any other sort of amphibious combat. And if you are a fan of everyone's favorite war criminal and hostage killer, then you will love this. Enemies above. Drill charge. They have added a new portable EMP called a DDoS, where it will turn off and mess with any electrical equipment and can and will probably be used when clearing houses. If you were a fan of Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, they have reintroduced the shock charge. And for those who want to reminisce in the good old days of Black Ops, they've added a tactical camera as well to watch your back, in which your buddies and teammates can also tap into. The movement has been revamped a little bit, looking as if it is taking on a more realistic approach to what your weapon would do when you do certain moves, such as, strafing side to side, jumping up and down, laying down, doing all those things. But you can now hang off of ledges, and for the first time ever since 2017, you can finally dolphin dive again, with the maps created specifically with that in mind. And now you can also spectate with a more realistic approach via a helmet cam mounted on the side of a teammate's helmet. The Gunsmith looks better than ever, and the way they have worked it is sort of confusing, but I will try my best to explain it with my own words, because it just sounds so cool. You have a base gun like the M4. You get the kills, level up the gun so you unlock more attachments. Well, now you can level it up to a point where you unlock a new receiver for that platform of rifle of 5.56 caliber. So you can change it to be from an assault rifle to a submachine gun, and a lot of attachments transfer back and forth between the two. So now the grind is not so bad like in 2019 with going up to level 68 on some guns. Essentially, when you unlock a new receiver, you unlock a new gun within that platform. The perks will most likely be what you'd expect, as like Scavenger and Ghost and such, but it has a new way of getting them. So you choose 4 perks. The first 2 are your base ones that don't really do much, but they offer some small amount of help. And either as you get points or as the time goes on within that match, you gain access to the other 2 perks, unlocking your 3rd perk and then your ultimate, which are the real game changers. They are adding 2 new 6v6 game modes at launch, Prisoner Rescue and Knockout. Prisoner Rescue seems like cyber attack, but with people. The defending team tries to ward off the attackers, while the attackers try to get the hostage or hostages and get to an extraction point. Attackers, once picking up the hostage, will get a radar scan of the defenders, and the defenders, and I assume attackers, can revive each other until everyone is wiped out or the attackers get to the extraction point. Knockout, they did not really talk about much, but from what I have seen, there's a cash bag in the center of the map, and the round goes to whoever secures the bag first or whenever one team gets all killed. And the last thing that I am just so excited about with multiplayer is a mechanic that has not debuted since 2009. That is third-person confirmed game modes. I never was a huge fan of Warzone, but I am sort of excited to try this one out since it looks like it is a totally new experience. The map is called Almaraza, which by the looks of it shows us multiple locations from the original Modern Warfare 2 maps, with the 2 locations I have noticed being Quarry and Terminal. Everything that I have mentioned about multiplayer will also be in Warzone, but they got new vehicles and it looks like they are adding even a freaking tank. What the fuck is gonna be happening here? There are big helicopters and patrol boats to use with the usual vehicles like quad bikes and SUVs. You can now shoot off tires of vehicles and cause them to lose their mobility effectiveness over time, and you can get rid of their doors now. Copying what PUBG has done, they can now run out of gas and you'll need to refuel them at gas stations. And get this, the vehicle can also be repaired at a repair shop. Looting is what you would expect with the usual ground loot, but meds are being added into the game. And when you're looking for something, the things that you are going to need are going to be in places that you would expect, that you'd be like, oh shit, yeah, that would be where these are in real life. Like medicines are going to be in bathrooms and such. The Gulag is redone, where instead of a 1v1, it's now 2 duos fighting each other. Whoever comes out victorious gets to go back into the fight. To add in AI, they added these places on the maps called strongholds, which are locales that are heavily guarded by an AI presence, and you can choose to go in and fight them for the chance to get even better loot and loadout-like attachments. They added in a Tarkov-like game mode called DMZ, where you go into the Warzone map and run around and complete objectives and loot places. What are you looting? I'm not sure, but you can extract and fight players on your own time, with very tough enemies patrolling around who I am assuming will slap your shit hard. I cannot wait for this game to launch, having pre-ordered it myself to get a look at the campaign and to be able to play the beta, so if the time is right for me, subscribe today so you can join me on this adventure in the multiplayer beta on September 24th through the 26th. Thanks for watching, this is Fire First, signing off.